Are you accepting a purpose that does not include bodies? You know what Jesus says? The one thing you will not do is have the purpose of an experience without bodies. And you're sitting there going, oh yeah, that's the purpose I have. But Jesus, the one who knows what you're doing, says, you know, that's the one thing they're not willing to do, Rananda. You're going to have to go and help them be willing. Because they insist that fear should be associated with not experiencing the body. Any kind of an experience that doesn't have the body, according to them, is death. They're afraid. You've got one hell of a job on your hand, bub. Take it from me, I've been through it. And I said to him, I don't really want to take it from you. You know, you're really good at it. But if you insist, and he said, yeah, I insist that sooner or later everybody has to play that part. When they stop having idols and they take the responsibility upon themselves to be the love that God created them to be, then the joy of the brotherhood of man in the recognition of the sonship will return. And if you're waiting for anything, that's what you're waiting for. However, waiting for it makes sure that it's somewhere in your future, which never comes. Now we're back to Jesus saying what's required of you is willingness. And when is this going to happen? Not in the past. Not in the future. So when's it going to happen? Only when you're willing for it to happen now. Because it doesn't do you any good to have the willingness that it happened in the past. No. And it doesn't do you any good to have willingness that it's going to happen in the future. No. Because neither of them are ever now. It has to happen now. I have total certainty about that. There's no way it can happen in the past. And the future is always the future, so it can't happen in the future. Now, you can collapse your idea of the future and let it be now, which is what I suggest. But the only way you can collapse the future is to let go of your ideas that support the idea of a future, and then you let the idea of a future go with it, because it has no foundation any longer. Now, here's the part you don't like. If you're not separate, you can't have a future. So if you want to let go of the future, you're going to have to let go of being separate. Sorry. I know I gave you a message you didn't want to hear. I know you really thought you were going to get this in the future. I know you were counting on getting it in the future because you're sure that you didn't get it in the past and it's not happening now. So all you got left is hope that you'll get it in the future. And I just took that away from you. Now what the hell are you going to do? But I thought I'd never get it. No, he just proved it to me. I'm never going to get it. All I can do is yell at God, do something different because I'm stuck. And you made me do it. Because hands. You're all powerful. You could have saved me. You could have stopped this. Yeah, that's going on inside there somewhere, and you're avoiding it. Desperation for what you're doing so that you'll finally do something different. Yeah. You'd rather be innocent than awake. That's your choice. That's the choice you've been making. You'd rather be innocent than awake and back into the joy and of communion, with God and creating and just being joyful forever. No, that's not attractive enough to you. Look at all the loss you would go through to accept that.